worth 1,000 words.
Get it out! Get it out right now!
It was a really scary scene.
Do something!
What have you got?
You've got a shovel impalement in the perineum.
A man fell off a roof. When paramedics brought him to the ER, every doctor froze. A wooden shovel handle was sticking straight up between his legs. That spot makes every man uncomfortable just looking at it. His name was Jay. He was working on the roof when it happened. The shovel slipped first and landed blade down in the dirt. Then Jay fell right after it. He landed straddling the handle. The wood pierced his perineum, the most vulnerable spot on a man's body. Dr. Kroll gave him morphine right away. But the real problem was just getting started. The surgeon was in another operation and couldn't come for hours. Nobody dared touch that shovel. It might be pressing against a major blood vessel. Pull it out, and he could bleed to death in seconds. Nurses held the shovel steady with their hands. Meanwhile, doctors started taking x-rays. Jay's elbow was broken too. He kept screaming in pain. That's when his wife Karen burst through the doors. The scene was chaos. At first she only noticed his injured arm. Dr. Kroll pulled her aside and explained everything. She walked to the other side of the bed. The moment she saw the shovel, she completely broke down. Karen begged the doctors to pull it out. They told her if they did, he would die. X-rays showed no free air in his abdomen. His intestines were probably intact. But that wasn't enough. They needed a CT scan to see the internal damage. Worst case, the shovel had punctured his liver or kidney. If they pulled it out during surgery, he could die on the table. Karen held her husband's hand, tears streaming down her face. Jay was wheeled into the operating room. No one knew if he would make it out alive. A simple shovel in one fall put this man between life and death. And
Whoa. No wonder you're so desperate to scratch your back.
Why are you just staring like that? Is there something wrong?
Stay calm for the patient, stay calm for his girlfriend. But in my mind, I just want to run out of there. No, everything's fine.
A very unusual patient rushed into the ER. The man was frantically scratching his body. His exposed skin was covered in red rashes. The doctor watched his behavior closely and first assumed it was from poor hygiene. Suddenly, the man stood up, pressing against the door. He rubbed his back hard against it. He told the doctor he had been hiking and camping in the wild for 3 weeks. At first, the itching wasn't unbearable, but over the past 2 days, it became much worse. Every time, he had to rub against trees just to ease the constant itch. To find out the truth, the doctor asked him to take off his clothes for an exam. The moment his skin was fully exposed, everyone in the room felt a chill crawl over their scalp. There was a palm-sized area on his back that was inflamed. Just as he began disinfecting the wound, a shocking scene unfolded. Seeing his reaction, the family rushed over. What they saw next almost made her lose her breath. The doctor immediately called in specialists for help. But in the very next second, his wife fainted from fear. What exactly had appeared on his back?
And it just explodes.
Alright, hey Floyd, no, Floyd, we're doing good.
Fortunately, being good at this, you know how not to get it on you.
God, is this what you guys do all the time? This kind of stuff?
A bodybuilder was showing off his muscles in the emergency room. His booming voice immediately caught brand doctor attention. The athlete appeared proud and self-assured, but when the brand doctor lifted his shirt, everything changed. A massive boil had formed on his buttocks, looking like a volcano on the verge of eruption. The doctor knew it required immediate treatment. He prepared a syringe of anesthetic, but the muscular giant suddenly panicked. He sat bolt upright and refused the injection.
No way. Please.
And if he ain't gonna take needles, then I can give him anesthetic. And if I can give him anesthetic, all right, no anesthesia, no needle. That's gonna be so painful.
Can you excuse us for a second?
No one could believe it. A man with a physique like a machine terrified of a tiny needle. Brand decided to take drastic measures. Surgery without anesthesia. Brand instructed the nurse to distract him. In an instant, the doctor pressed down with all his might. The excruciating pain caused the athlete's face to turn beet red. But when the abscess finally burst, what happened to the coach was something no one could have predicted.
What's going on here?
I've never seen anything like this before.
A man was brought into the ER because of a bizarre scream, but after the doctor examined him, nothing obvious showed up. Just when everyone was about to give up, a strange animal appeared inside his ear. So was this man being parasitized? The man on the stretcher was Eric. He looked perfectly healthy, but no matter how the doctor spoke to him, Eric gave nothing back. No answers, no reaction. The only thing he did was this. Every so often, he would suddenly let out a strange, piercing scream. The rest of the time, he barely moved. Eric's eyes were open, but they didn't respond to anything at all. At the start, his wife was so rattled she even wondered if something had possessed him. But on the initial exam, the doctor found Eric's pupils reacted normally to light. That meant Eric still had awareness, so if he was conscious, why wasn't he following a single command? Even stranger, every time the scream hit, everyone around him flinched. But the second it was over, Eric snapped right back into that completely frozen state, like nothing had happened. To the doctor, this was the hardest kind of case because nobody even knew where to start. The doctor asked the wife the usual questions. Had he been drinking? Any drugs? Any head trauma? Any seizure history? Any neurologic disease? She denied all of it. She said Eric had been totally normal before this. Last night, while he was asleep, he suddenly screamed once, and after that he became like this. That only made the doctor more confused. When they couldn't find an obvious medical or surgical emergency, the team had no choice but to start considering a psychiatric cause. The doctor usually thought of himself as calm, but this case was really getting to him. Just when everyone thought they were headed into a long round of testing, a nurse suddenly noticed something that looked like it was coming out of Eric's ear.
You stay here with them. I'll be right back. You've got to come and look at this.
At first, he thought he was seeing things, and sure enough, there was a bizarre insect inside Eric's ear. So did Eric's strange screams really have something to do with that bug?